Welcome in, welcome in. Second and 10 football up on the channel. But we got a little college football here and a little project. Started the 2005 season, but we're playing a tournament and we're seeding them 1 through 32. The higher seed has the home field advantage until we get to the last two, and they play in the Rose Bowl. 20-year anniversary of the 2005 season. Of course, it was capped off by that great game, the USC Trojans versus Texas Longhorns, and of course, they're the 1 and 2 seeds in this tournament and are big favorites. And we'll see if they can meet again in the Rose Bowl. Um, it's a pretty big gap between Texas and USC and the rest of the country, but anything can happen in second 10 football, especially playing drive by drive. So I've played one game so far off channel. Oklahoma Sooners with Adrian Peterson. Um, Went to Oregon, the 21 seed versus 12 seed, and lost 38-15. It wasn't really that close either. Oklahoma's only touchdown they scored was a pick six after Clemens got knocked out, and Dennis Dixon came in for a series through a pick six, and Clemens came back in. So 38-15, not close at all. They'll go on and meet the winner of Northwestern, Virginia Tech, um, and that one there. And tonight's game, we have Clemson versus Michigan. And of course, the rankings. How do I do the rankings? Okay, the seedings, I should say. So, um, I went by the SRS rating on sportsreference.com. Now, what I normally do is the national champion always gets the 1 seed regardless of their SRS rating. In this case, though, Texas was number 1 in the SRS rating as well. That doesn't always happen, by the way. A lot of times the national champion's like 4 or 5 in that sometimes, but they were the 1 seed, and so it worked out well. And USC, the Trojans, were the 2 seeded ranking team in the SRS. So that's how I did the rankings. So Clemson versus Virginia, Clemson 25, Michigan, Virginia. Michigan's number 8, and we're in the big house right now. So kind of click at Michigan or Clemson right real quick, and their team 8-4. Tommy Bowden, the coach. Um, Real stats: they've got Charlie Whitehurst as their quarterback. Their backup is Will Proctor. Will Proctor, you might know, married what's her face from Fox News, Ashley Earhart, who married or is dating now Sean Hannity. So a little FYI on that. James Davis, the running back there. Reggie Merriweather, their other running back. They got Chancey Stuckey at receiver. Aaron Kelly. This is before the really great Clemson teams. Gaines Adams is their best defender, 8 sacks there. And they've got a couple of guys. CJ Gaddis pretty good in the secondary. So that's the Clemson team. 316 to 211 when they outscored opponents in '05. Michigan, the 8 seed. Lloyd Carr's the coach, 7-5 in the year, but they're had a pretty good rating, tough schedule. Their roster: Chad Henne is their quarterback, Michael Hart is their running back, Jason Avant, Mario Manningham played in the NFL for a little bit there, um, is their receivers. Lamar Woodley, their best in terms of sack guy, and so forth. So let's play some football. We're playing drive by drive, and let's go ahead and go into the big house. And there it is. Clemson's favored in this one. Look at that. Clemson, a 2-point favorite on the road in Michigan, and seating wise or not. So we will see if that happens. Let's toss it up right here. And of course, we're pulling for Michigan. We all know I'm not a big fan of these Tigers. Here we go. We'll kick it off. Clemson will receive to start things off here. And they'll take over. So Charlie Whitehurst takes over for the Clemson Tigers. First possession of the game. We play drive by drive. All we're doing hitting the POS button right here is the drive by drive. So here we go. And they'll punt it away. So 4th and 5 from their own 30. Not much doing. They punt it back to Clemson, or back to Michigan. And here we go. Chad Henne, a quarterback. And they'll punt it back to Clemson. So defense right now um, leading the way for both teams. 2 drives, 1 drive for each team, and no points. Clemson ball. and their drive. And they'll punt it back to Michigan. So 7:12 to go first quarter. We're scoreless. Two teams playing defense here in this first round game. And a field goal, Garrett Rivas from 43 yards out missed the field goal. Is no good, and we remain scoreless. So the first scoring opportunity there. So here we go, Clemson ball. And they'll punt it back to Michigan. A good return, though. Steve Breeston returns at 48 yards at the Clemson 37-yard line. So a big return there. Still first quarter. And it's punted again, out of bounds. Clemson now backed up at their own 1-yard line here. They punt it back to Michigan, holding in the return. And now in the second quarter. Let's look at the box score real quick. Not much going on here. Defensive battle going on. Charlie Wires 4 for 8 for 30 yards. James Davis 4 for 14 in terms of rushing yards. Chad Henne at quarterback 3 for 5, 23 yards. So the defenses have taken over in this one. Recap wise, 51 yards to 37 yards. These teams aren't moving the ball at all. Drive wise, there it is. Michigan with the ball now. Did get in the red zone, missed a field goal, a chip shot. Clemson, 18 plays. They have 4 drives of 18 plays. All 4 punts. Michigan on their 4th drive right now. So not much going on here. Michigan ball, second quarter. And they punt it back to Clemson again. 11-16 to go in the half. We're still scoreless. If you pick the under in this game, I think you're going to get it. And a fake punt by Michigan, but they don't get it. I'm sorry, the fake punt by Clemson didn't get it, so Michigan will take over. So a fake punt, and Michigan takes over on downs. And Rivas is on the board. He knocks this one down, 41-yard field goal, 8 plays, 30 yards. It's 3-0 Michigan. Henne now 8 for 12, 56 yards. But they finally get on the board here, and we have scoring in this ball game. Not very exciting defensive battle, but a close game. We'll see what happens here. Here is Whitehurst. And they'll punt it back to Michigan with a good field position now. 3:18 to go in the half. And a pick that's picked off. Jamal Fudge picks it off, intended for Jason Avant, and Clemson now has it with 2:21 to go in the half at the Michigan 46-yard line. Can they do anything with it, though? And Jad Dean, famous in these parts, missed a big field goal against my Gamecocks back in the day. And he knocks that one down, and we are tied at 3 in this one. It's a barn burner right here. Whitehurst 11 for 19, only 83 yards, though. Not much going on with the offense in this one. .42 seconds to go in the half, Michigan ball. And look for Manningham, incomplete, and the half will end. So let's go check out the back score real quick. There's the numbers, individual numbers. Let's look at the recap, though. 124 to 91 in total yards. Drive-wise, Clemson, 7 drives in that first half, with a lot of drives. 6 punts, a field goal, and they went for it on 4th down, and they faked the punt and did not get it. Okay, right there, not much going on. So the drives, 3 threes for score, the Michigan ball to start this second half. 3-3 game. Michigan will punt it back to Clemson. Clemson takes over at 10:24 now to go. And a low-scoring ball game here. And there's a punt back to Michigan at their own 44. They'll start now. 9:21 to go third quarter. A record for punts. Touchdown run. And we have our first touchdown of the game. It's Martin, a 7-yard run, a 7-play, 56-yard drive. Field extra point is good. 10-3 Michigan. Kenny, 10 for 18, 70 yards. Martin, 7 carries, 33 yards. Got the touchdown right there. So Michigan is on the board or in the score end zone, and it's 10-3 Michigan here as they try to. They're underdogs in Vegas, but they are favorites in the seedings here. Home game, they're the 8th seed, trying to move on here. Clemson ball now down by 7. And they punt it back to Michigan. So Michigan, and actually a good return. Steve Breston again returns 48 yards to the Clemson 38-yard line. He's had a big return day. Let's take a look real quick at returns. Special teams, Breston over here. Breston, 5 returns, a 22.2 average on the returns. Not bad at all, along a 48. So he's been big on that. Look at the, I think return yardage is on here as well. Yeah, return yard 142. So Michigan's got 172 in total offense, 142 in return yardage. So special teams coming up big. Can they cash in here? That was the question. They don't. They went backwards. Had 4th and 20. They go backwards. Got to punt it back to Clemson. So third quarter, 2:27 to go in the game. And the third quarter, Clemson down by 7 here. And they'll punt it back to. Oh, the field goal's no good. Dad Dean from 43 yards out. He misses it. He's 1 for 2 today. It's 10-3. We're in the fourth quarter now. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. Whitehurst now 18 for 29. His dad, David Whitehurst, played in the NFL. Played for the Packers for one of the teams. I think the Oilers as well. So 10-3 now. Michigan can't do anything with it. They'll punt it away. 10-12 to go. It might be enough, this 10-3 lead, the way Clemson's offense is playing. It might be enough. And they go 4th and 7 from Michigan 14. They go for it. They don't kick the field goal. They go for it here in the fourth quarter, and they do not get it. And I can understand why. With 4-4 to go in the game, a field goal they figure we're not doing any good. They go for it, did not get it. Kyle Browning goes outside for 2 yards on 4th and 7. So Michigan now taking over. And they run the clock out's the question. They punt it away. So Clemson ball now with 2:17 to go. They're down by 7. They're down by 7. And intercepted. Intercepted. Leon Hall picks it off. Whitehurst looking for Stuckey and picked off by Hall. And now Michigan has a 2-way to go. Can they run the clock out's the question. They don't. They had to punt it back to Clemson. So 1:35 to go. Clemson got no timeouts though. They're down by 7. And at 4th and 5, Whitehurst looking for Stuckey. Incomplete. Minute to go in the game. Michigan's able to kneel the ball down. They do, and that's the game. Michigan gets the win with 172 yards of offense. That's all they get. They get 143 return yardage, which was big. 75 passing yards. And they get the win. 10-3 is the final. Leon Hall is your MVP, the big thick, which sealed it. He also had a sack in the game as well. So 5 tackles. So Leon Hall's your MVP. Look at the box score real quick. Penny 11 for 21, 75 yards with a pick. Whitehurst 25 for 40, 183 in a pick. And so that is the game. Michigan wins. They will advance now, and they will play the winner of LSU and Louisville They'll be the home team for sure. They'll be the home team regardless. So LSU could come in or Louisville could come in that one. So good game. I mean, how good of a game it was. It was close. It was interesting, but not much action. Lots of punts, lots of three and outs, and so forth. But Michigan does move on. So that will be that. So other games on the channel we'll have. I'm going to play a lot of these games offline, but you're going to see Nebraska versus Texas, 1 for 32. I mean, let's take a look real quick at the line on that one. The opening line is 25. Nebraska, a decent team. Texas is loaded with Vince Young at quarterback. I'm going to show you Florida State Notre Dame. That's a good one, a 27-6 matchup in Notre Dame. The Irish are 11-point favorites there. Brady Quinn, quarterback Samarja, against the FSU team. Not a great FSU team, but a decent team. And we'll have for sure Michigan State at Southern Cal, the land of Troy. 18-point favorites USC is against Drew Stanton and that Michigan State team. So some good games we'll have on the channel for you. That'll be the ones on the channel. The rest we play off channel. Um, and we'll kind of do that. I might play a little Texas Tech, Florida. We'll see. We'll see. Intriguing. Urban Meyer's team. You got Aaron Hernandez on that team. Chris Leak. Interesting team there. So we'll see on that one. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. Until next time, see ya.